Hello and welcome to Brainy Gardener. Today, it is all about how to grow and care for the Agave bracteosa. Agave bracteosa is a succulent plant native to Mexico. It is commonly known as the Squid Agave because of its unusual shape. The succulent leaves are long and thin, with a sharp tip that resembles a squid's tentacle. It is also called the Spider Agave because of the spider-like spread of the leaves as they curve backward. These gorgeous green leaves form a small solitary rosette that can reach around 1 foot. Agave bracteosa is a perfect choice for hanging baskets and containers and is a beautiful potted plant. It's also highly suited for succulent gardens and desert-style home decor. It is a slow-growing plant requiring little care to thrive. It is such a low-maintenance plant that many people choose to gift them to beginner gardeners. Its relatively small footprint makes it ideal for those who don't have a lot of space or time to care for plants. The Spider Agave needs a location that is well ventilated and gets sufficient sunlight. Agave bracteosa can withstand direct sunlight, but it grows best under some summer shade to avoid yellowing. It thrives especially well in the shade of small trees. Light shade is best for this plant, but it can also tolerate full sun. The key is to avoid intense heat and direct sunlight. A sunny windowsill that gets some shade for parts of the day is ideal. Agave bracteosa doesn't require a lot of water. Overwatering is one of the most common mistakes made by new owners. The drought tolerance of Spider Agave is similar to that of most succulents. The soil should dry out in between watering. During the winter, the plant goes dormant and may not require any water at all. Check your soil before watering to ensure it's moist but not soggy. If it feels dry, give the plant a thorough watering, but make sure the water drains out quickly afterward. The last thing you want is water pooling around the roots. Agave bracteosa prefers temperatures between 55 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. It can withstand temperatures as low as 17 degrees Fahrenheit for short periods. It is also highly heat tolerant, making it one of the few succulents that can survive on both extremes of the temperature spectrum. The average room humidity is fine. Therefore, you should not need to mist the plant or provide additional moisture. They prefer low humidity because high humidity can lead to rot. Agave bracteosa does not require regular fertilization. Over-fertilizing is likely to kill the plant because it cannot tolerate excessive nutrient salts in its soil. If you want to fertilize, wait until after the first growing season when new growth appears and feed lightly with a balanced fertilizer solution or slow-release granules once per year. To promote healthy growth during the summer, use liquid plant fertilizer. Feeding is not necessary, though. The most common propagation method for Spider Agave is by using offsets. The process of propagation is usually carried out during growing seasons or when repotting. First, select a suitable offset and remove it from the mother plant by cutting through the base with sharp pruning shears. Allow the open wound to callus over for a few days before planting. Place the offset in a pot with good drainage and a well-draining soil mixture. Water it thoroughly and place it in a sunny spot that receives at least 4 to 5 hours of sunlight daily. You should see new growth on your agave within 2 or 3 weeks. Spider agave can also be propagated by seeds. However, this method is uncommon because it requires a long time to grow from a seedling to an adult plant. When using this method, sow the seeds in spring, which will take about 10 days to germinate. As long as the temperature is suitable, the germination rate of Spider Agave will be high and seedlings will grow at a fast pace. The best time to repot Agave bracteosa is during the spring. It is the time when you can give it plenty of water. It is a slow-growing plant and can be left in the same pot for years. Only repot if the plant needs it or has outgrown its pot. Spider Agave is a succulent plant, as such needs to be kept in a porous, well-draining potting mix. Choose an appropriate container to accommodate the plant's root ball and future growth. The soil should be a well-balanced potting mix. Add 50% perlite or sand and 50% compost, or use a commercial cactus and succulent potting mix. Place it where it will receive at least 6 hours of direct sunlight daily. Remove the plant from its old pot. Be careful not to damage the roots. Separate the plant from its old soil. Fill up the new container with soil mixture until it reaches about 2/3. Place the plant in its new potting mix and water it to settle all the soil around the roots. Place it in a sunny location and water it regularly. Agave bracteosa is not considered toxic, but contains saponins that can cause skin irritation. These plants are susceptible to agave snout weevils, scale insects, and slugs and snails. Agave snout weevil is one of the most common pests found on Agave bracteosa. This is a small beetle with a snout-like projection on its head that it uses to drill into the plant for laying eggs. Unfortunately, it also chews holes in leaves, which causes them to die back prematurely. Scale insects are small, hard-shelled insects found on the leaves of many agave. They feed on sap from within the plant and secrete honeydew as a byproduct. This attracts ants, which protect the scale insect from predators in exchange for feeding on the honeydew. Slugs and snails can be found feeding on the leaves as well. This can cause damage to the plant and make it more susceptible to disease. Not to mention the disfigurement of the leaves themselves is unsightly. Please note and avoid overwatering the plant, placing it under harsh sunlight, using poorly drained potting mediums, and fertilizing during the dormancy period.